Hello, guys and gals and non-binary pals. Welcome to another Gemcraft. Today, we hope to be going through B5 and E2 to try to get the critical hit gem is on B5, and I believe we're still missing it on E, is Fury. So that's the main goal for today, is to try to actually get at least the critical hit gem, if nothing else. Did it actually swap so you can see this? That's the question now. Doesn't look like it. Cooperate. Okay. Yeah, so last time we went through and got a little bit further. Let me just not try and say two sentences at once. We are at wizard level 173, which beforehand we were at like 162 or 160 something. So we've gained about 10 levels or so. We're at 92 fields explored. So we got one of the achievements for going through 90 lit up maps. But yeah, so today we're gonna try and get the wizard stash here in E2 for Fury, which I believe is supposed to be this one. It might be this one, but I believe it's gonna be over here. And then we're going to try and get the critical hit gem as well, which is on B5, which I believe we need to beat the wizard stash here on B4 to be able to get B5 unlocked. But this one had like, I believe it was 1.4 million health or something. So that's going to be the issue that we're going to deal with in the endurance mode first. But E2 over here in endurance mode is the wizard stash for Fury, so we're going to go through that. I'm not going to put any of these higher, so it's just going to be a straight endurance mode. We're not changing anything to get more XP because we're going to focus on getting the wizard stash open first. And then we'll go from there. This one has 2,000 layers of shield, 6,000 armor, and 18,000 hit points. So right here is where I want a trap. Definitely want a trap there. Force them to go through that direction. And then we'll put a tower here. Yeah. And then our trap gem is going to be slow in mana. Maybe poison would be good, but it's not really going to be effective, but we'll do it anyways. That's this gem. And then our actual attack tower. I think I'm just going to make it a dual gem. There's not realistically a reason to make it have poison or slow or anything. I'll go with that. It's mostly going to target the wizard stash and anything that comes out of the monster nest. I do need to make sure that these monsters are actually going through it fully and not just skimming across the corners. But yeah, so there should not be a ton of monsters. And they're not sprouting a bunch of extra entities or anything. Okay, I do want to make them have to go around this. So there's the entrance. They have to go that way. And then I can make it so that they go up this way. Oh, I need more mana. Okay, we'll wait. I'll let mana be acquired first. We'll speed this up to have greater mana acquisitions. Okay. Slow things down again. Swap to structure while I give it the bolt. Okay. I'll wait until this gets level 6 and then I'll do the wall things. Okay. Should have upgraded that, but I wasn't thinking about it when I did that. Okay, upgraded that to be able to do more. Hopefully this shield will go away pretty easily. It's not got a lot left. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make the walls, make them go up and around, and then come back around this direction, and then they can go towards the orb. So then they have to go there. And then they go down. And back across. So now they have to go around it and then back up around, which means that they'll be in range of this for pretty much the whole time, and the higher level that gets, it will be the whole time. Okay. As soon as the shield is gone here, I'm going to actually let this target the entities. Okay. Now it'll target the things that come by as well. And it should not be needing to do too much actual damage. Yeah. It's mostly going to be able to target the wizard stash. Okay. $39.84. As soon as the beam's gone, can upgrade that. Alright, the wizard stash should be gone pretty quickly. There's not a lot of more health on it. And then that will be the rest of it. There we go. We got the skill. So now I can upgrade this and combine it and then have a level 7 gem right off the bat. Actually, before I combine it, let's move it over here. It can destroy that. I can break down the nest, and then I don't have to worry about it. Thank you. This can combine. There's the beam. Now everything dies. And this can reach up here now. Okay. And then that can go to level 6 in just a moment. Okay. All of the flying entities walking, or flying, whatever, towards this has been really helpful. Because it just means that this does really well. Like, the fact that they're flying towards it makes it really easy to destroy everything. Whereas, like, the shadow demons, when they're flying all over the screen but nowhere near my towers, that's when the issues arise. Maybe I should think about duplicating this. Having another tower up here might be a good idea. Just to have a second one. I could definitely duplicate. It might be necessary. If nothing else, this is a backup. And I can always just combine them over. There's a demon. Pause the screen. Okay. Shadow demon's dead, that's great. Slow down all those. Target swarmlings. Give it barrage. I don't know if I can say I'm surviving. Do I combine these? Probably not. It's probably a bad idea. Let's swap that to least health. This is also least health. Hopefully we'll survive it. I have plenty of mana, so I'm not worried per se. It's just not what I would like to have happen. Everything goes slower. Okay, I am not surviving this. Like, I don't think there's a way that I survive this at this moment. And of course there's also, you get slowed. Maybe I should have made this level 7 or level 8 a little bit ago. Yeah, that Shadow Demon caused a lot of issues as it just let monsters build up as I had to deal with it. Damage to Swarmlings and Flying Ones is worthless. There's the Fury skill tome and 135 Shadow Cores. Was my guess correct? Is it on the bottom right corner? No, it's on the bottom left. Darn. XP bonus for monsters in enraged waves. I don't really tend to enrage stuff, but that is now an option. This should have been back at level 10. Let's see. Okay. B4, I'm assuming gets us to B5. I'll play through B3 just to be certain, but I believe B5 will unlock through the Endurance Wizard's Dash here. But I'll play B3 anyways just to be safe. I've only got slow and armor tearing. So let's upgrade this to 5 to get extra gem component power. I don't think we need anything else. True colors probably should be higher, but I want to max these ones out first. I want to maximize all 3 of these. Before I try and do anything else. Because then that guarantees me the maximum amount of mana. Ooh, there's lag somehow. But that would guarantee the maximum amount of mana for destroying a monster. The cheapest combining costs is this middle one here on the yellow. And then having the most orblets around the orb of presence. I can't move my mouse. I think the game just crashed. Okay. Or it somehow... In one of the moments of I couldn't move my mouse, it tried to swap screens, and so suddenly I was on the other screen, it seems. Huh. So, like, these three are the ones that I want to have be maximum level, because I have the lowest combination cost and making gems cost, the cheapest amount of banishment cost, and the most orblets, and then I'd also have the most mana and lowest mana pool milestones at the same time. So those are the three I want to max out. I just have to get a lot higher leveled. But we'll play through 3. Hopefully the 5 levels of armor tearing is going to make it easy. Okay. So no matter what I do, these ones are all going to come around this way. So this is a trap that they have to go through. And then this would be the tower that they have to go around. Let's do that for now, and then I'll probably just need a wall off here as well to force them to go down and around this way. So it's bleed and armor tearing is my tower gem. And then it'll be bleed and slow. As that gem. We'll put up the walls first. I can duplicate it, but I don't think I can also build this. 180 plus 792 is more than I have, because essentially that's 200. Well, if I'm doing math correctly, I think I'm 1 mana short. So if I put the tower here, yeah, 792 is what I need. I have 791. I was 1 mana shy. Okay. And I'm not incorrect. This all blocks everything from trying to come through there. Okay. Making certain that I was right about that. So the only thing better I could do actively right now is I clicked upgrade instead of giving it barrage like I was intending. Whoops. The only improvement in this strategy that I currently could have would be to have the mana gem. Okay. It's a lot of swarmling rounds, it seems. Gave this a beam just to be on the safe side. Okay. That's a lot of swarmling rounds in a row. How many waves are there? 86. Okay. I'll upgrade this in just a moment. Once the beam is almost depleted. Okay. I am playing at double or triple speed, which we don't normally do anymore. So the reaction time I can have is going to be a lot worse. But I think that's okay for what's actively happening. Let's upgrade that. The slowing is mostly effective against the giants, and then bleed just makes the next instance of damage it takes take more. This kind of feels like one level that I'm okay with sending, that I'm okay with actually enraging the waves for. Is that 1 or 2 spires? Slow it down. Now it's in range of the beam, and now it's dead. Okay. It was just 1 spire. Now that I have the Fury, I think I will do 1 enragement. Because it just gives 1% more XP. When I have no modifiers on, adding only 1 or 2 extra monsters is not going to be terrible, I don't think. If it does become an issue, it's really simple to pull that off. Plus 5% number of monsters, 80% hit points, 50% armor level, and they give 20% XP when destroyed. I think that's all okay. Okay, enraging them might not have been as good of an idea as I thought it would be. That upgrade ended up being a lot riskier than I realized. Okay, I think I need to stop enraging them. Just because I haven't been keeping up with the beams. The fact that they're actually getting through the first gem and needs the second one to actually work is kind of problematic. I mean, I I could take the second gem and put it up here. So the second gem is my first gem for everything on the right side, and anything that spawns on the top. The initial tower can take out, hopefully by itself. But this now deals with everything that comes from down there first. Okay. I'm over halfway done. Wave 43 was halfway. I've got marked giants. They just have a bunch of extra health. Okay. I think I'm okay with enraging again. Gave it the bolt just to resocket it quickly. Okay. Let's slow down everything. I need to be able to react again. That orblet is gone. Okay, let's slow down these and let's freeze those. Okay. Dealing with the giants took a lot more than it should have. Okay. Make that level 7 to have a benefit. Slow those down. Freeze all of them. Okay, I think I'm stabilizing. It at least seems like I'm stabilizing it now. I'm not hemorrhaging a lot of mana at this moment. Okay. This seems to be going well now. I think I've stabilized it enough that I shouldn't need to worry too much more. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be going fine now. Okay. That could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse, but I definitely think that it could have been better. Okay. All of my towers and things are at level 7. Probably should try to get to level 8s in a moment. But I am still having issues every so often. Okay. Slowing all of those down. Let's swap this to least health. That way it starts going after the ones that need to be destroyed first. This one still has highest banishment cost. Okay. Seems to be going all right now. Maybe not perfectly, but all right. Okay. This is fine right now. Hit the same monster with traps 100 times. It's an achievement I didn't know that was even in the game. Interesting. Okay. I'll do that. I mean, to be fair to my own statement, I've never looked at all the different achievements in the game. So whenever they happen, it's kind of the first time I even knew that they were there. Some of them aren't physically possible until way later on anyways. Like one of the ones we got a little while ago was destroy 2 shadows, which wasn't even physically possible until we were getting enough levels that 2 could even spawn in the same one. They've all got shields. Okay. It's going fine. Maybe targeting the least health is not a good idea anymore. And I should swap this back to highest banishment cost. I think it works still though, but I don't think it's the best idea anymore. Although I guess there are only approximately 10 waves left. Destroy the Reaver. Okay. This is being interesting. Let's swap away from that. Go with Barrage to hopefully start firing within all of that. Yeah, if I was targeting the highest banishment cost, I'd be targeting these giants right now. But least health is letting me target everything else that's running around underneath them. And Barrage is still letting me hit other entities. This is going fine. The giant has 40,000 health. All the other things around it have more than that, or have less than that, so it's targeting those instead. Swap over to targeting those giants now. There's a spire I wasn't even aware of. Crap. Go after the spire. Go after least health. I did not see the spire until it was nearly too late. That's not why I gave you the beam. I might be dead here. Yeah. I was probably gonna die to the spire anyways. Okay. Enraging the waves probably was the wrong call. Even though it did give me the XP bonus. What's level 5 do? I guess level 4 because of the +1. Raging monster hit points and armor penalty is decreased by 3%. Okay. That's not terrible. Mm. 18% higher armor tearing gem component power for grade 7 plus gems. I feel like I might need that. I start off with less mana, but I think that's acceptable. Okay. Do the same thing there. Put the tower here. Wall off there. I won't be able to have a second tower. I mean, I can build a tower. I can't build the other gem at the same level. Obviously, I still need the walls in the middle. But where would I want the other tower? Because I think it helped to have the other tower attacking this side, so less was getting through. But it's the question of where's actually the best spot for it. Because, like, I could put it up here. And then I just need a wall here. And a wall here to actually make them go up and around it. And then I still need a wall over here. Okay, let's do this for now. This forces them to go up and around, which will let this tower target them. I just have to get that tower made. So 792. Alright, and And this covers most of this area already. Okay, and I'm not going to enrage anything. Even though I now have the thing that gives me more XP for doing that, I'm going to not do that. Okay, let's speed this up for right now. Upgrade that one to 4. So the back line has the trap to help it. I could actually build another trap over here, which I think I do that. Okay, because now these ones are getting slowed before they go to there. And then this side is still getting slowed before they get to here. I'm going to wait for the beam to deplete before I upgrade that again. So the thing I require to make this setup even better is just the mana gem. That's the only thing that would make this better actively currently. Okay, now I can upgrade this one. I can get the beam again, this can get the beam again. Alright. I think it was around level 20 or so, maybe even 30s, that the first spire appeared. There's no guarantee it'll spawn on the same spot, but if it does, I will at least be able to defend against it pretty easily because I've already got a tower over there. Upgrade that one. I really need to get my towers to level 7 or higher. Especially the armor tearing ones. Like they have the 45% or whatever it was bonus to damage or to specials or whatever. But that does not mean anything compared to level 7 when they get an even bigger increase. I wish I had the bleed one, but that one's even further. Right now, bleed would be the better of armor tearing and bleed to have the high grade effect because I'm using it both in the traps and on my damaging towers. Have that increase the amount of increased damage that they take. Would be really nice, but can't realistically do that right now. Okay. I could probably try to enrage just the giant waves, but that might also just be a bad idea. Enrage the giant wave and then take the gem out. get me some amount of extra XP. But I don't know if that would be a good idea or not. Let's upgrade that to 6. I did not need to resocket it because there was nothing over there. Okay. The giants are back. But everything else on the map is getting destroyed quicker. Should have upgraded this first, but I wasn't thinking about it. I'm going to think about looking at whether I could upgrade it before I put the beam on. Alright. Let's add the beam over there. Spire is getting ready to appear. Assuming it's still gonna be the same stuff as the last attempt. There should be a spire on wave 40, it seems. But I guess it is possible that the spire has become an apparition or a specter. Well, no, the black little lines would assume that it'd be a demon, if anything. The shadow demons. Whoa, that depleted my mana a lot more than I realized. That might be a bigger risk than I realized I was taking. Okay, the spire is appearing on a side that I'm already defending. Slow it down. It is coming in on a different side, so that definitely does change things just by restarting a map. Okay. But it did not get close enough to destroy the wall that's here, so that's nice. I was able to keep that alive. Okay. I need almost 8,000 to be able to make this level 7. If I could make it level 7, I'd be golden. Gave it bolt because I saw the apparition, but also because it just needed something. Alright. This now does 185 to the armor level. This doubled would be 160, so yeah, it's definitely doing more. Because normally it just doubles the numbers. Okay. Oh, it gets upgraded to 7. Now they're both under the effects of the higher level ability granting. I need to slow down. Let's freeze those now. If I change that to least health now, maybe not yet. It's almost what's gonna need to happen, but I think that this has stopped it. Okay, I think that stabilized itself. We'll make this one grade 7. Because it hits both sides whenever they appear over here. And this one will go to 7 next. Okay. Slow those down, freeze that one now. Freeze all of that. Do a giant portion of damage. Giant portion of damage being that it automatically does 10% health. But still. If I could cast that spell on an enemy 10 times, I'd remove them. So I guess it is still technically a large portion of health. I would just need to do more. Or have it recharge a lot faster. I would not really be surprised if there was an achievement for like finishing a level only using strike spells. Like that would not fully surprise me. I'd start targeting least health because there's just a lot of things getting through. But also target that one. I'll slow it down. Target that one because I really want that orblet back. Thank you. Okay, this can become 7. I either want all these swarmlings out of the way first, or I want to get the barrage. Okay, I was able to do that in time. Okay. I think that one being low health is fine. Okay. It's the only issue for keeping this on least health, is when something up here has the lower health than something down here. That's the only issue. So swap it back to there. I evidently did not need to freeze that. Okay. Slow all those down. 20 rounds off of finishing this one now. It's definitely going better now that I haven't enraged anything ahead of time. All the giants are on this side. Slow down those front two. Let all those group up. Okay, spire should be appearing in the next round or so. Looks like it'll be one more wave before it happens. Okay. Alright. Might be one more wave. In fact, it does look to be, because I don't see the shadow of the spire walking anywheres. I don't know why I put an S on that word, but I did. I don't see the shadow of the spire walking anywhere. Not yet, anyways. Still don't see it, actually. Now I'm a little concerned. Oh, it's over there. Okay. I was a little concerned, but now I see where it's at, and all the concern is gone. I do need to make sure I survive. Okay. That spire's almost dead. Still not close enough to destroy that. Okay. Swap to barrage. This one can get beam. I really need to destroy all these enemies. Slow those ones down. Okay. Let's freeze this. Deal damage to these ones. If I can hit all of those at once. Give that the bolts. Give this the beam. not gonna make it. I don't have enough mana. Please do enough to slow them down. Dang it. I think my only other option there would have been to combine my gems together, but I don't think that would have done enough either. Under 51 shadow cores. This is just a regular level. I haven't done anything to make this more difficult. It's just a regular level. That's max level now. Compared to this one, the 11% XP gained is the only thing different. Okay. That's fully leveled up. This one's not. Construction skill levels is the next thing. This one increases the amount of starting mana I have. And component skill levels. Component skills are these ones. Oh, I definitely want that one equipped. Let's see. If I upgrade fusion, 70% higher armor tearing component power, plus an additional 18%, so that'd be 88% for 7+. 36 damage and specials multiplier to dual, triple, and quad gems. Let's do this. Decrease the gem cost. Oh, ooh. I looked at the initial mana bonus. That drops a lot. So this goes from 1512 to 500. But if I do this, 1512, I only lose 500 versus this I lose 1,000. But I increase the damage and specials multiplier to 54% damage. So I do more damage and I have more specials. I do more damage just directly, and I do more of the effect of the gems as well. And then at level 7 plus, this becomes 88% armor tearing component power. I think we're gonna try this, increasing true colors. I might need to decrease this, but that would deplete the amount of mana I get. Essentially, that's all I can do, is just swap those things around frequently enough until I figure out what works for this. So I still need a blockade there, and I need a blockade here. Maybe I just need to put the tower in a different location. But I like the tower being there. Okay, I can't start with 2 towers and traps and all that. Okay. And then that gets the increased specials. Alrighty. I mean, no matter what I'm doing, the first 10 to 20 waves will always feel like it's going well. It's the second batch of 10 to 20 waves when we start getting close to wave 40 that we determine whether or not it's going to succeed. And then 50s to 60s is like the deciding factor of whether I can keep up and have enough mana to keep up. And then the last 30 waves afterwards is always where it starts to go wrong. I think having a tower over here was a good call on the last one. So I'm going to start doing that. Or start setting up to do that, I should say. 1788 to get another tower. We'll wait a little bit longer. Did not mean to try to duplicate it there. $17.88, there we go. Do I try to duplicate the trap again like I did? I guess so. Doesn't make sense to only do one half of it. Alright. 792. There we go. Slow it down just to be safe. Alright. As I said, the first 10 waves are relatively simple. This being the end of the 10th wave. And the next up to 20, still part of the relatively simple side. Okay, I want to get my towers to level 5 before I get the traps to level 4. We'll speed things back up again. Slow it down. Let's freeze those so I have time to upgrade that without needing to put a new beam on. Okay. That did in fact give it enough time. Wasn't quite certain that that would work. At least work how I wanted it to, I guess. I figured it would work. I just thought that maybe the swarmlings would get past or get to this tower before it had fully replenished itself. $19.92. Almost there. Now we've got it. Okay. That all worked out. Okay. I can readjust a beam there. Alrighty. Is this going okay? Could be worse. Let's upgrade that to 4. Can almost upgrade that one to 4 as well. Slow it down as all of them run in. That's now level 4 as well. Okay, it is wave 20 in just a second. Wave 20. Okay. I think I've made the mistake of drinking too many things for lunch. Now my stomach hurts. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second. I will be right back. Sorry about that. Did not mean to take too long. I don't normally drink water or anything. Like, I drink water during the stream sometimes. But sometimes it is actually too much, even though I haven't drank anything. Like, I didn't have lunch beforehand because I really didn't want to wake up. Or like, I didn't want to get out of bed. I was awake the whole time. But I didn't want to get out of bed to stream. Like, yesterday's stream technically happened, but it didn't work, so I kind of just didn't feel like doing anything. Like, tried to stream with my brother, that was the plan anyways, and trying to have Discord open while having the actual game and everything else work. I couldn't get the game to work, and it was frustrating me, and so by the end of the stream, because we never actually got to play the game, I ended up just deleting it. And yeah, so then I took a nap, and then after the nap was finally when I was able to get the game to work again. Like, it literally took like 2.5 to 3 or 4 hours after the stream was supposed to start for the game to finally work. Granted, I probably could have gotten it to work beforehand with enough patience, but it had already been 45 minutes or so of trying to get the game to work while being live. That we just called it quits. Maybe if I had been more patient, I could have gotten it to work ahead of time, but my brother and I met up an hour before we were supposed to start to get all the stuff working, so it was an hour and 40-ish minutes of trying to get the games to work, and I just never wanted to, so that's the first Spectre on this map. After that long of trying, and also still trying to get the stream to just start, we ended up saying it wasn't worth it, so I got rid of the stream that basically was 45 minutes of just sitting there on a blank screen. It wasn't blank, it had the thumbnail in the background like I'd set up, but it wasn't good. And there's a spire nowhere near where I can actually attack it. Oh, that died really fast. That died incredibly quick. Wow. Okay, that's level 4. That's level 4. I can make them both level 5s. Let's do that. Both level 5s. May as well resocket them quickly. I need 8k to make that a level 7. Another spire. The beam just destroys that a lot quicker. I think upgrading True Colors was what I needed to do, because just the damage output alone is doing so much more. Just having the higher damage, like, yeah, True Colors also makes the specials do more, but just having the higher damage itself is really what's helping, or at least it seems to be the case. Like the flat baseline being the minimum damage is 408. And this one's minimum is 262. Whereas before it wasn't. Wasn't anything close to those numbers. Like even these ones, 36 to 72. It's not great numbers, but it's better than they were. I'm gonna wait to make this one level 7 before I make these level 6s. Okay. 408 to 953. Hits increase at 4,000. These are not terribly different. This one has more hits actually, because it's hit 2 spires. Yeah. It used the beam against the spires, and the spires take multiple hits. 55 to 115 now. Yeah. Just having the higher skill level of True Colors is making this a tremendous amount of difference. Like the fact I'm leaving this on 2 times speed compared to normally I'd have to swap on and off a few times is also making a large difference. Like just in how I can play it. Yeah. This is going a lot better now. Those are both level 6s. These are both level 7s. Okay, now I need to slow it down. The enemies have amassed a lot more. Okay. Slow all those down. Okay. I'm gonna make the backline one level 8 in just a moment. Alrighty. Give that beam, clear out the rest of these guys. I'll make this one level 8 in a moment. Won't have the mana for it. 455 to 1062. Yeah, this definitely has more hits now. Doesn't necessarily need to have the most deaths caused, but it does need to have hits. 15,936. Okay, I just need another ability put up. That's good enough. I just have time now. Okay. Now it does 706 to 1683. So almost the base damage is double. Because double that would be 862. So the maximum damage is double what the base doubled of this one would be. Mathematically that makes sense. I don't know if I said that sentence correctly to make the sentence make the math make sense. Okay. Give that one barrage. We'll slow down the front. And then once they all kind of group together, again, we'll slow down the front, and then this is all going to get frozen. We'll do 20% damage to all of them. We can get barrage again. Okay. The barrage damaging the giant is also damaging all the swarmlings underneath it, which is really the best part of targeting the high level things with the barrage. It just damages everything running underneath it. Okay. Slow down all those. Freeze the front runners. Target that for a second. Thank you. Just don't let that one through to get to the orblet. I'll freeze those. Give that one bolt. I do believe that we're going to be doing a lot better now than we did the first 3 or 4 attempts on this level. At least it seems like it right now. I mean, some of the attempts I never even got a level 8 gem. So that is a perk so far that I have not been able to get on all the attempts so far. And I haven't really needed to change this to least hit points. I mean, I just did because of how many swarms are here, but I didn't need to necessarily do that. It might not have been necessary, but I do believe it still helps to target the least hit points. Okay, 15,936. Okay. Upgrade that, give that the beam. What else is gonna spawn in now? There's a Spectre. You have a barrage, because it can target everything else around it. Okay, go back to least hit points. Freeze all those. Slow those ones down. Do a ton of damage. Use the bolts on this Reaver. Swap to the beam. Slow down this crowd. Go back to the barrage. Okay. I hope that this guy's gonna try and go back over there. It kind of looks like it. Awesome. That means it, nope, it's going up. Dang it. I was hoping that it was going to go near this other gem. Go after Swarmlings up there. This will keep going after the least health. Slow down all those guys. Okay, barrage against least health is also making others have the less health. Maybe this one goes to least health as well now. Okay, I'm doing a lot better this time than I did on some of the prior attempts. But I'm still uncertain as to whether or not it's a good thing right now. Slow those down, give this beam. Deal 10% health to all of those. Go barrage. Okay. This might be dumb. Oh. Is it better to use this as a bomb? It might be better to use it as a bomb. Because there's a lot of enemies over here. I can do the same. Hopefully that gets rid of a lot of those guys. I need to get mana. We're gonna slow this down. However, I think that one right there is gonna get in, which is going to cause my death. Oh, I forgot the secondary thing of whiteout is that it automatically banishes if they have 10% or something health left. It didn't matter, but I forgot that I could have done that. True Colors definitely helped there. Let's go back to the B4 field. Okay. Haven't done this endurance one in a little bit. Okay. This just has 1.7 million health. Okay. I've got mana and slow for this one. Then I've got... I could put poison on this as well. Mana and armor tearing is my next gem for the towers. Okay, and then I put it over here. Let's do that. Let's do the mana and poison. This I mostly want to attack the wizard stash. I did 100 damage to the wizard stash just by itself. Yeah, because it was 1700 or 17 million exactly. 1.7 million. Okay. I need this back here. I nearly let it just keep going and then was just like, wait a second, I'm gonna lose if I don't move where it's at. Let the poison and the slow take effect. And this needs to get that. I duplicate this and put it here. Target structure. Alrighty. And this can be swapped to special entities given enough time. But right now I really want it to just keep targeting the wizard stash. Alright. And everything having mana on it means that it will hopefully allow me to upgrade my gems a lot more frequently. At least that's the goal. anytime I don't need the bolt or the barrage or the beam, I can just keep throwing them on the structure targeting gem. This one does gain me mana. Or no, it doesn't. The damage just increases. It's not actually. Whereas this one says that the mana leached is 600. This one isn't leeching any mana from attacking the wizard stash. Okay. That's good to know just in general. I was under the impression that it did get me mana that way, but I guess it doesn't. Okay. It is nice to know that though, because I thought that it was getting me mana that way, which is why I made sure that it was a mana gem. Give that barrage. Give that one beam. Okay. I can have bolt again. So this doesn't actually get me mana at all. It just increases the damage the more hits it has. But it does have more hits. So it is still worth it just to be kept around. I mean, when I put the beam on it, yeah, it gets like 70 or 80 hits per second added on. So yeah. I guess it makes sense that that has more hits. I'm gonna try and get as many of these reavers in alignment as I can. Okay. If I can get it down to 700,000 before, let's say wave 40, then I think I'll be fine. Okay. I'll give that the beam this time. Upgrade that to 4. This has leached almost 400 mana. This has leached 1,000. This has leached none. Okay. I know I'm playing this endurance one a lot slower than I probably should. But I really don't want to start getting overwhelmed and therefore need to abandon the wizard stash. I definitely can abandon the wizard stash. just have the last wave be a wave of giants or something and keep one of the giants alive while I defend. It's definitely a possibility, but I don't want to do it unless I need to. I've already taken off 150k in just a moment. Okay. We will upgrade this one to level 6 in just a second. Just let the barrage run out. There we go. Okay. Some flying entity is getting ready to appear. Alrighty. Where's the next one coming from? Try to get rid of a lot of those giants, or at least damage them a bunch. It's mostly damage them a bunch, it seems. Take off a tenth of their health. It's the next wave that whatever entity appears. Or it's a spire and it's very, very slowly making its way onto the screen now. But not in a way that I'm seeing it immediately. No, it's a shadow demon. Because of course it is. And a wraith at the same time. And a spire at the same time. Jeez. A wraith, a spire, and a shadow demon all at once. Wow. And something else is still wanting to appear in the next wave. I think I go after... Oh, there's a specter. That's what's appearing. Okay. I wonder what the priority is. Whether it'll target the specter first or if it'll keep targeting the spire. That's just a curiosity. Okay, change this back to targeting the wizard stash. It's in range in both regards. And it targeted the Spectre first, which is really, really good to know. Because it means it won't let itself get taken away first. It'll defend itself before it defends the others. This can go back to structure targeting. It's got 4,200 hits. This one only has 2,100. I mixed up the numbers together in my head. That's interesting. Okay. We're almost down to 1,000,000. I mean, almost being fairly broad terms, I guess. Because we're at 1.3 million right now. So it's not technically almost. It's whiteout that makes the mana do more. Okay. Actually, stay there for now. Because I need that while this side deals with the giant. Alright, let's get rid of a lot of these swarmlings. 25 hits, 25 deaths. That's really nice. This can go back to structure targeting now. We can upgrade this to the level 7. And now it has better abilities. Both because of true colors just naturally and because of what happens when the mana gets to level 7. Okay. Do need to be careful that the barrage doesn't hit the sleeping hive at all. I would like to not have that kind of mess up here. Okay, get more mana out of all of that. Target the swarmling. Okay. target the Reaver. Thank you. And it still got the apparition destroyed. $1.2 million. $7,968. We're almost there to upgrading that one to level 7. Get more mana this way. Freeze all that. Give this the beam. Go back to structure and give it barrage. Okay. We're doing decently. The wizard stash is at 1.1 million. Out of the 1.7 it started with. And I've pulled it off of attacking that every so often. 6,000 mana leached, 1,200 mana leached. It's not terrible considering everything else that I've had to do over here. Okay. We're letting this take point on damaging these right now. I don't know if those are in range yet. Nope, not quite. Okay. Well, I damaged the giants enough. We'll go back to structure targeting. Yeah. I just accidentally punched the desk as I'm trying to adjust my seating position. Don't want to slouch too much that it hurts my spine. Alright, the wizard stash is almost beneath 1 million. Okay. If this wraith goes near... it looks like it will, but if it goes near this, I will terminate it that way. And target the wraith. Okay, too many monsters got through. Slow all those, deal a bunch of damage. the least health for a second. Okay. I can almost make these level 8 gems. It's a little risky, but I will die if I don't take the risk. Okay, I think the risk has paid off pretty well right now. The wizard stash is almost to half health. All those walking slower take more damage, or not take more damage, but give more 50% more mana. Yeah. They give more mana. It's not that they take more damage, it's that they leech more mana. Okay. This can go back to barrage. Do I feel safe enough to put the main gem, or the front runner, back to targeting structures? Not right now while this is there. I really want this swarmling destroyed, thank you. Target the swarmling if you can. Looks like you can't. You're out of range. Target this giant. Slow it down. Freeze it. Oh, target the giant again. It has no armor now, so it should just die pretty quickly. That had no deaths caused. That swarmling's escaping. Okay, give me more mana. Go after the special entities. Okay. I would upgrade that if I thought that would be a good idea. do it. I don't know if this is a great idea or not. But hopefully I can at least get enough mana back to survive. Both of mine are going after the least hit points. I can't have this target the wizard stash. It's gotten close to destroying it. Close being half health, but come on. Survive. Let me survive a little longer. If I could get through all of these waves. Okay, I wish that this had more charge right now. Freeze that group for now. I'm not living through this. Yeah, that's too much being banished. I'm not keeping up on mana production. Yeah. Hey, we got nearly 10,000 more XP anyways. This increases XP, damage to swarmlings and flying ones. It's not terrible. 203 shadow cores as well. And we got down to 900 million. Alright. Well, we did not succeed in B4 getting the wizard stash unlocked. And I did not succeed on B3. I don't know if B3 gives me B5 or if B4 endurance mode gives me B5. That's my only problem, I guess. XP gained is nice, but I think... Oh, actually, that's the only bottom one. This starts at 8. Swarmlings and flying ones. Swarmlings and giants. This starts at 7%. This starts at 8. We'll keep this one and we'll discard this one. Okay. That's my bottom right corner piece now, because I don't have a lot of other bottom right corners. Construction skill levels. I'm almost there to have that. Is it just the 73, 69, 66? So it looks like anything that's above rarity 60 gives me skill levels. Because these being 48, I don't think any of these are 50. This one gives component skill levels. Component skill levels are these are component skills. Okay. So that's definitely a talisman fragment I want to keep and start upgrading. I should upgrade this first to get the construction skills first. Okay. We're gonna try B3 one more time. I don't think the slowing effect needs to be high. Maybe it would help. I could also just make the slowing gem not be a trap. Make it an actual tower. Rather than using it as a gem bomb. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll try and do this time. When things start going south. We'll try and make it into a tower rather than a gem bomb. Alright. It's the first 10 levels, 10 to 20 levels, I don't have to worry about anything, realistically. Because when I do start getting worried about them, I just have the things to place anyways. We do that, and we do this. And then I just duplicate that one and put it here. And then as soon as I can duplicate the trap gem, I should be able to just let this ride its way out until wave 20 or so, and then we don't need to worry about flying entities until about wave 40. 792. Almost there. Duplicate, place, barrage. Alright, now I can go triple time. Okay. As soon as I use the beam. It's level 4 now. I'm not gonna re-equip the beam there. I'll just let that charge itself up. A flying entity of some kind. Oh, there's an apparition. Okay. I was like, what flying entity is appearing now on wave 11? But an apparition kind of makes sense. I don't know if that is in range. Does not seem like it. does not seem like it's in range of this apparition. That's okay. I tried. I gave it the bolt to see if I could get it to work. It's just out of range, so that's fine. We'll make those level 7s to get the benefit of the purple armor tearing gem. I should look up where the bleed gem is next. I want to say it's under D field, but I might be wrong. And I do have access to the D fields now. But we did get the Fury from E, so at least half of the objectives of today were accomplished. Okay. This one can upgrade in a moment. Probably should have realized that I could have upgraded that before all of that happened, but that's fine. Alrighty. Beam is almost depleted there. That's probably close enough. Let's just put a new beam on it, it's fine. Okay. While this is going slow, I do want to look up where the bleed is, because I believe I'm right. Bleed is on I4. What am I thinking of that's on D then? I still have to pay attention. Beam's almost gone, but not quite. Can almost upgrade that, so I'll wait anyways. There we go. What was the one that's on D? So I remember seeing through this list that one of them was on D. D5 is to get extra shadow quartz. Okay. So I is where I'm going for bleed. I4 specifically. Okay. So I don't even know if I have the I field unlocked. I didn't pay attention to that at least. But we'll probably still go through D next time. Anyways, getting more shadow cores is nice. May as well make those both level 4. I've got the mana for it, so I may as well. It's probably better to make this level 6 as well. The giants are taking their time. Granted, giants naturally just walk slower, so not too surprising there. that apparition going to get close enough that I could attack it? Possibly. It looks like that answer is yes. Not enough mana to upgrade that yet. There we go. And I did get it, and destroying it gave me more mana, which allowed me to upgrade that with a bigger safety net than I realized. Okay. It's really the fact that the beam can target something different than what I'm shooting at that's making taking down the giants really easy. Because the beam goes after the swarmlings before the giant gets in range of it. And then once the giant is in range, the beam tears through it quicker so that I can then swap the targets of the beam again to the little swarmlings. There's a wraith. There's no longer a wraith. I should slow this down so I can try to upgrade. Okay, it's level 7 now. $79.68 to upgrade that one now. And it's wave 40, which is about the time that the spires started trying to appear on the screen. But it doesn't look like a spire is going to appear this time. Looks like the wraith took that spot. I don't know why I tried to upgrade that. I very clearly did not have enough. I need $79.68 first. I was right about the number. Okay, once those are gone, upgrade that. It is a little risky to have only triple digits of mana left over afterwards. But it's fine. Nothing's really getting through unless I lose the beam over here before I'm ready for it. Speaking of losing the beam, that right one lost it. Okay. Upgrade that to 5. Upgrade and resocket that to 5. This one had plenty of time to just resocket itself. That one up north did not. Okay, I'm going to swap that. And we'll put that there. One second left on it, less than a second. Beam there because it lost itself on the last attack there. Okay, only one guy got through, which means that the orblet has been taken for the first time on wave 50. 51's on the screen now. It took 50 waves for something to get by my towers. Okay. Let's slow it down and go with barrage for a second. Could make that go to level 6. need to start banishing things, so let's wait a second on upgrading the slowing gems, just to be safe. Okay, I definitely have enough for that, and that one. Okay, I want to make that level 7, so that it doesn't actually have any benefit to going to level 7, because I don't have armor tearing on it. Could make a level 6 armor tearing gem and throw it in there, so that when I put it at a tower and it's level 7, it could do more. It's kind of tempting. Although I don't need it to be a triple gem. Well, if it's on... If I make it a tower, it being a triple gem to have the benefit of more armor tear would be good, I guess. Yeah, so let's do level 6. I just want level 6. I don't need it to automatically become level 7. It gets a beam now. Let's combine there. It actually increased the... Oh, because it became a level 7. I was like, it increased the damage. That's not bad. Oh, yeah, because I made it a level 7 gem doing that. Duh. That was kind of the point of what I just did. And it reduces the armor level by 360. Whereas these level 7s only do 200. But that's the perk of it being a trap with the barrage to make 30% increased specials. Okay, there hasn't been a spire yet. And it hasn't been replaced by a shadow demon or anything like that either. So I'm slightly concerned. I don't think it's a terrible thing. Oh, I was like, I hear the attacks, but I don't see where. Like, I very clearly hear the attacks, but I did not see what was getting attacked. Whether it was a specter or an apparition or whatnot, I was not figuring that out. Okay. This can get combined over to here. Okay. Alright, I think I'm just gonna swap this up to here and here. So the armor level reduction goes down by quite a bit, but I just now have more towers to shoot at things. So these can go at least hit points, and this will stay at highest banishment cost. Okay. This is 5,000 hits. This is 1,000 hits. This is 4,000. This is almost 1,000. Okay. $423 to $917. Yeah, okay. It's the number of hits that is the only difference between their damage. Okay, cool. There's a Wraith. Okay. And then whiteout makes the slow and bleed do more. Right? It was more damage. No, they have a bigger effect. Okay. No, we'll just slow them. This makes higher armor tear effect while frozen. Not that that's normally ever useful. It's at least useful right now. How much armor do they have? None at all right now. Okay. Okay. I do think making the traps into towers is actually helping. Because it's just throwing more firepower. Also, they're attacking faster because they have 2 or 3 shots. Whereas when they're in the trap, they don't have as much. They just ignore armor. Which is fine. Still 86 waves. We got 15 waves to go. Let's slow all these down, slow all those down, freeze these ones. Alright, just do a bunch of damage over there. Okay. Upgrade this one. Now it's level 8. Slow those down. Now we freeze them. Really trying to keep that orblet on screen as much as possible, at least. By keeping the orblet on screen, it means that I have always at least one monster that I don't have to worry about banishing. And by not needing to worry about banishing it, it means I have mana to spare. It's a lot better when it's a giant that takes it. Okay. "12 waves left. Okay. I could probably speed it up now. Go back to regular speed because of all of the swarmlings appearing. Slow them down. The slowing effect doesn't do much now, unlike the special abilities it has. But that's purely because of the gems I have, or the types of gems I have, I should say. Okay. The giant was next to the thing that had the least health, so it became the least health target after a little bit because of the extra damage that it was taking from just being nearby with barrage, which is really nice. Okay. Alright. Go with barrage. And gets the beam again. Do a bunch of extra damage, slow them all down. Okay. Target the swarmling with the orblet. That's just a regular swarmling. Target the swarmling with the orblet. Freeze all those. Give that the beam. Barrage them. Target that swarmling over all the others. Give me back my orblet. Slow down those. Okay. Deal a bunch of damage. Okay, I think this is going well. We're gonna swap this to least health and this to least health now. So hopefully I can actually destroy all these monsters. Because I don't really care too much about the giants that are on screen yet. It's all the swarmlings that are an issue. And targeting swarmlings will target the front runner. Actually, this is fine to target the front runner. Okay. Stop those from moving. Slow all those ones down. I'm gonna cut it really close on mana. Go after least health. I'm cutting it really close now. Too many things are getting through. Okay. If I need to gem bomb, I will. Think I'm okay. Maybe not. Oh, I'm not. I'm not okay. That did not do a lot. What's the thing of this? In when I'm below 10%, as well as below 1,000 health. Definitely not. Definitely not the case. We're gonna freeze those then. And we're gonna slow this side. Target that one. This is approximately... Geez, that swarmling getting through was the issue. Oh, I almost made it though. That bites. Oh, this one has all 6. In endurance mode, interesting. All 6 gems. That's what I forgot the word of. Okay. I need to finish B3 because it either gives me B5 where I need to go, or this wizard stash gives me B5. And then D field gives me the other Wrath skill here, which gives me more shadow cores. Alright, it has been 3 hours, and that is normally when I call it. I don't have enough to upgrade that one, or this one that well, I have enough to upgrade this one, but I want to upgrade this one first. Okay, we're gonna call it here, because otherwise I'm gonna keep playing, and it will be way later than I expect. Yeah, it's already been it's already been almost 3 hours. Wow. Okay. Stretching after sitting in the same spot. Well, not for the whole time. I did run to the restroom, so there was like maybe a 5-minute gap of actual doing stuff. But we made good progress. We did get the wizard stash open on the E field to give us the Wrath skill. No. What did E give us? I still have the game pulled up. What did E give us again? Was it the Fury skill? It was the Fury skill. Yeah, that's the one that I didn't have. XP bonus for monsters and enraged waves. So, that's why I tried doing rage waves and then proceeded to die after doing that. But yeah, okay. So we did get one of the 2 goals accomplished, but we failed on the other end of things. But yeah, so we achieved half of what we intended to do today, but that's fine. Next week's schedule should go out Sunday night, Monday morning. Tends to be closer to Monday morning. I don't know if my brother and I are going to try to do the Age of Mythology thing again. I mean, eventually we will try to do it again, but I don't know if we'll try again next week or not. So next week's schedule should be relatively the same, just maybe different days. I do want to try to do the capture card thing again, using the Steam Deck I have. That was one of the whole reasons of getting the Steam Deck, is to play some of the games with a controller, rather than keyboard and mouse, but also playing off of the Steam Deck just makes it easier and more consistent. But I will figure out what exactly I will schedule and do things, but that will be next week's plan. I'll also talk to my brother about whether we're going to try and do Age of Mythology again. I don't know why on the one day that I wanted to actually play it for a stream, it decided to go kablooey, because it was working the entire week up until then, because I was doing the daily challenges, so I was logging on at least once a day to play the daily challenges on Age of Mythology. I don't know why yesterday it caused so many problems when I was trying to stream it exactly, but hopefully that doesn't happen the next time we attempt that challenge match. But I'm done with rambling, or else I'm going to keep rambling for way too long. So I hope you guys have a good day, a good evening, a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night, and a good time zone wherever you are. And peace out.